problem solving sits at the foundation of every entrepreneurial journey. Knowing how to solve problems for yourself and for other people is the most straightforward way to get wealthy. And it's so difficult to find good problem solvers because people usually run away from problems instead of actively training themselves on how to fix them. In this video, we'll go over 15 reasons why you suck at problem solving. If you find any of this resonating with you, perhaps it's time to reevaluate yourself a little. Welcome to ALUX. Number 1. You avoid them. Some people think the easiest way to solve problems is to straight up ignore them. After all, maybe if you don't look at it, it'll just go away. But here's the thing. Problem solving is a skill like any other. You need to train yourself in problem solving just as you would train yourself to play tennis. And the first step is to stop avoiding them. Start small. Look for inconvenient things around you that will take about 30 minutes. Make a list of 7 small problems that make your life annoying. We're sure you'll find like 100, but 7 will do for now. And then for next week, take 30 minutes every day to try and fix one of them. Number 2, you learn to live with it. Your AC unit is leaking every time you turn it on? Well, damn, I guess you just gotta not turn it on ever, right? After all, it's not that hot anyway. As humans, we have an extraordinary ability to adapt to any kind of situation. But some people take this the wrong way, and they learn to leave with every little inconvenience life throws at them, without taking, 5 minutes to fix it. The light bulb burned out? You turn on a lamp. Your bathroom door squeaks like a dying squirrel? Just leave it open all the time. You can only chew on one side of your mouth because of bad teeth? Hey, you don't need to chew beer anyway. But all of these transform into unhealthy habits real quick. Number 3, you say it's someone else's problem. If it doesn't concern you, it's not your problem. Even if it does concern you, you wait for someone else to fix it. These kinds of people have really passive-aggressive attitudes toward life. They constantly wait for someone else to come in and fix things because, hey, it's not their fault things are that way. They also get angry when nobody comes in to fix said problems. Nothing gets done with these kinds of people, and you need to constantly micromanage them. Number 4, you apply a short-term bandage. There's no better way to feel good about your problem-solving skills than to find a superficial fix and call it a day. You don't even care if the problem really gets solved. You're more interested in it looking like you tried to solve it. You pat yourself on the back for a job well done, and when the thing inevitably breaks again, you go, okay, I fixed this last time, now who broke it again? You're not solving any problems, you're just delaying the time you'll have to deal with it once again. Number 5, you find a problem that's more important. You could solve this, but you've got more important things to do, and your time is so precious. You can't be bothered by such a trivial thing. And before you know it, you have a pile of problems knocking on your door, and now your problem is you have too many of them. This is how people get stuck in life, but no problem is too small to fix, so climb down off your high horse and get to work. Number 6, you don't go to the root. You try to fix the symptoms instead of the cause. You're reaching out to what's happening in the moment rather than searching for the root. And you may also know that you could fix this for good, but then you won't get to look busy when you have to deal with it time and time again. Look, okay, we're on to you. Number 7, you always look for problems. This is an interesting one because it involves a bit of introspection. Someone who always looks for problems will find only problems. You'll always say to yourself, this isn't going to work, rather than, how do I make this work? It's a mentality shift. You think that finding problems means avoiding bigger ones down the line, But you end up slipping into the mindset of searching for problems rather than searching for solutions. You end up not doing anything because, well, there's a problem with everything. Number 8, you don't know how to compromise. You want to have your cake and eat it too, but often there isn't always a perfect solution. Sometimes fixing a problem creates a smaller one, and you don't want to deal with that either. You see the solution as just as inconvenient as the problem itself, so you go back to point 2, which was learning to live with it. Number 9, you're untrained in decision-making. Some people just can't make up their mind. They're okay with having others make decisions for them, and while letting your partner decide what to have for dinner every evening doesn't sound like a big deal, this could turn into letting your parents decide who you marry or who you have kids with. And this is also a skill you can train starting small. Be the one who proposes where to go out, or what to eat, or which movie to watch. It's important to understand there are very few decisions like these that actually matter. But training yourself to make decisions that don't matter as fast as possible is what will prepare you for making bigger decisions later on, and in turn, solving bigger problems. Number 10, you can't think outside the box. This is such a valuable skill to have, and one that you can actually start developing by doing some exercise. And we'll give you the first one right now. Imagine there's a lake with algae growing in it, and every day the algae doubles in size. If the lake is full of algae in 30 days, on which day is the lake half full with algae? Leave your answer to this in the comments. Number 11, you can't think long term. Sometimes the solution to a problem will render itself valuable only in the long term. You need to wait and see if it works out or not, and you just don't have the patience to wait or the vision to trust the process. This is why most people struggle to lose weight. They can't see themselves healthier after 6 months and get demoralized after 6 days. Let's do a quick imagination exercise. Imagine that tomorrow when you wake up, you'll be in the absolute best shape of your life. You'll be fit, muscular, your skin will glow, and your hair will shine. And all you have to do is eat a healthy dinner, drink a glass of water, and go for a short run today. Would you do it? What if it takes 2 days? Run the simulation long enough, and you'll start getting a sense of long-term thinking. Number 12, you get overwhelmed by all the other smaller problems. It's very rare for a problem to live in a vacuum all on its own. Most of the time, big problems are the culmination of other, smaller Lego problems. And when you look at all the little things you have to figure out, you get overwhelmed, don't you? You don't know where to start or even how to start. Well, the answer is simple. Start with the easiest thing you can solve and then build up momentum from there. Number 13, you don't know how to ask for help. Highly effective people, they don't do everything themselves. They always look for advice and insights to help them make a better call. And asking for help, it can be difficult. Maybe you don't want to look stupid, or maybe you think it's expected of you to know how to do this by default. Or maybe you don't want other people to help you out because you want all the credit. But look, we're telling you now, that is a dumb way to go. Number 14. You're afraid of trial and error. It's very rare that you'll know exactly how to fix a problem, especially if the problem is highly important and new to you. Most of the time, it requires a lot of trial and error, A/B testing, and getting it wrong a few times. You need to give yourself room to find the wrong solution in order to shortlist the good ones. Big companies have huge research and development budgets because they know the way forward is through trial and error. Did you know there are over 1,600 flavors of Coca-Cola in a lab in Belgium? They constantly test what works and what doesn't. And all of this is to say, you can't be expecting to get it right your first time every time. Number 15. You're afraid of responsibility if it goes south. Look, do you know what are the most two impactful attributes one can possess? Leverage and responsibility. Leverage helps you think at scale. We might do a dedicated video on that one actually. But responsibilities, on the other hand, force you to take it seriously. It's your reputation on the line, your name written all over it. You need to own it, even if it doesn't work out. Voiding yourself of responsibility puts you in a loser mindset. You made a bad call, it didn't work out, but you made the call and you are to blame for it. You'll soon find out that owning your mistakes makes you stronger and a lot more confident in the long run. And of course, as a thank you for watching this far into the video, we've got one final bonus for the true Aluxers. You grew up having others solve problems for you. Maybe your parents fed you with a silver spoon and protected you in bubble wrap from any kind of adversity. Now, we're not saying not to take care of your kids, but problem-solving skills start forming early in childhood. The first thing kids learn about problem-solving is to lie about them, and they never grow past it. Think about your childhood and if this applies to you. You might just find some valuable insight thinking about it. And speaking of problems, many people make fake problems for themselves to deal with. We actually have the perfect video called How Fake Problems Keep You From Growing, where we talk about what those problems are and how you can fix them. You can watch it by clicking in the top right corner or the link down below. We'll see you back here tomorrow, Aluxers.